Hey everyone, welcome back to the Barnfine TT Roadster restoration project. In this video, what I want to look at are the electronics of the car. So when we first inspected the car back about 8 months ago, we did hook up the battery very shortly just to do a quick electricals check. Although I really didn't do the check properly and didn't really test out the major things like the rooftop operation or the wind deflector operation. And I think I played around with the windows going up and down, but I don't really remember it. So let's jump outside of the car and into the engine bay to chuck the battery on. Now here we are in the engine bay, and the previous owner had already started to remove the wiring loom, so you can see quite a lot of the components here have been removed. So I'm just going to make sure that nothing will kind of like short out when I go to attach the battery. So I'm just going to have to shuffle all of this stuff around to ensure it's not gonna be touching anything it shouldn't touch, especially where we've got the ground point here, and then we've got the power terminals probably hidden somewhere underneath. There it is, I can see it there. So the power terminal right there, and then some other components that might be touching. There's the starter cable, gotta make sure that that isn't connected to the body, otherwise we'll get a big fireworks display, which I don't want. Grab the positive and just lightly clamp that on there. All sounds relatively good, nothing really popped, which is great. Alright, so now the battery's hooked up, let's go around and have a look and see what works, what doesn't work, and what other repairs might be involved. Key in the ignition. Don't know if you can see that. Sorry, it's a bit dark in here. Well, that's good. Those lights work, which means there's a good chance that the, whoops. If I turn the ignition on, they should turn off. Yes. All right, so everything's kind of kicked on now on the inside, which is really nice. Something that I want to show you is this display here, where you'll probably notice something a little bit different. Check that out. So it's thank you. Yes, I know there's plenty of things wrong here right now, but you saw that startup splash screen. So the car is equipped with the, I guess, first generation of color MFA, which is called FIS control. So it looks like I did actually get the screen to change. I was just fiddling around with it while the camera was off, and I got it to say this preset 8, but I saw something about AFR and boost pressure just before, but I can't seem to move off from this screen now. So I might need to read up on the manual, but for now, let's look at something else. All right, let's see if this old school radio works. Does it like light up or anything? Ooh. Does. There you go. So that works well, and I don't have to put in any code. Let's do a Windows test now. So passenger side, just driving it by the controller on the... Excellent. Okay, do the auto up. That window switch works, which is good. I'll try the passenger side window switch too. Fantastic. Wunderbar. All right, let's try the driver's side one now. Okay, so that's all good too. All the way up, please don't get stuck. Fabulous. Okay, so that looks like it's all good. Actually, let's try one of the biggest things that I should have tried before, and that's the rooftop operation. Oops, sorry guys, you can't see that, but okay. Whoops, okay, so that's good. Both of the windows just dropped, which is a good sign, meaning that there's not that much wear on the sensor that tends to wear out in the corner here. And what I'm going to do is just use the controls to hopefully get the roof to go back and up. There we go. Yes. Thank God for that. And then the big test is it coming back up again. Will it come up on its own? Amazing. Yes. Okay, so that's all good. And that window glass is still there, which I just repaired, and you can see that video by clicking the link up in the top right of the screen. Next test to do is going to be the deflector here. So let's just, fingers crossed, this works as well. These things tend to wear out all the time, and I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up crooked, which it doesn't. Amazing. That is less work for me to do. View mirror, operation. Looks good, wonderful. Let's test the other side. That side looks like it's working well. Now I was gonna say I'll test out the HVAC unit here, but obviously the system's not going to have any gas in it, or it's not gonna heat up, so I won't try that out, but I trust it works. Everything else that tends to fail is working, so that's all a good, very good sign. I think what I'll do is I'll test for the interior function, lights. Yep, everything's lighting up quite nicely here. The instrument cluster has lit up, all these buttons have lit up. These guys are all good. Let's turn off this high beam. Hold on, how come high beam is on? It's like permanently on for some reason, don't know why, but I'm going to hook up the headlights just to check to see that they're functioning well too. 1 second. Okay, so time to test out the headlights. Okay, I can see that they're on, which is great. Here we go. Not sure what that is, but okay. So headlights functioning well by the looks. Happy with that. What is that sound? Okay, that was weird, but okay, anyway. So we've got the Xenons there looking good. Let's test indicator and stuff. Let's just press the hazard button here. Double check that these work. Check the rear lights are working. Yes. Wonderful. That one's all good as well. Okay, so it looks like the electricals in the car. Oh, I can smell petrol. That's just pumped out a whole bunch of fuel. It looks like these aren't working, but I think that's because I haven't plugged them in, so that's fine. They'll probably work when I plug the headlights in properly. That really stinks. I shouldn't have done that, because now the fuel pump is primed. But that looks pretty good so far. What else can I check? Let me see. Okay, let's see if this switch works to turn on or off. Okay, I don't think that's going to work because the door is open. But let's just... Here we go. Wonderful. Easy. Let's check that this little guy works. The petrol filler flap. Let's just switch back to here. We should be able to see that come up. Yep. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to check out the heated seats. Let's put them up to full blast and see if they work. I'm actually not sure if these work without the engine being on or not. So far I don't feel that heating up. Actually no, I can feel my butt starting to heat up there, so that's really good. Let's turn that off. Now I know this isn't electrical, but it looks like that definitely doesn't work. If you know how to fix that, let me know. I'm thinking it's gonna have to be a whole panel change, but previous owner here has done something quite smart and just popped a little thing there, a little flap to stop that from moving forward. Happy with that. So I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm pretty happy with the result there. The major concerns that I had before doing this was that the Roadster rooftop wasn't going to work, and also that wind deflector wasn't going to work, but both of them worked absolutely fine. So I'm super happy with that. Some other bonuses are that the fuel pump also works. You notice that I mentioned it stank like petrol. So that's a really good sign that that's also working too. So it's, you know, a really good sign that the previous owner has taken good care of the car. Let me know if I've missed anything electricals wise that I should also test out and make sure is functioning well. For the next update, I think what I'll do is get the car up on the jack stands and have a look at everything from underneath and give it all a good inspection. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for the next Audi TT barn find restoration project update. See you later.